Scott and I guess Linton, essentially what happened to Linton and what happened to Mo so that they could neither of them were able to go to the finals?
Yeah, with King Mo, I know what happened. He had a rib injury and he couldn't continue. When he went back there to get checked, he said, "Oh, my rib hurts," after the first fight, and they cleared him, but it started stiffening up, and he tried to keep it loose, but it just, he said he couldn't even pick up his arm until about 30 minutes before the fight. So he decided to pull out, and then they went to Linton Vassell, and then the doctors were looking at him, and at the end he was not cleared, as was my understanding. So you'd have to talk to Andy, because I wasn't back there at that time, but maybe Linton could shed some more light on that.
Yeah. Well, what happened after the fight? Went back to the doctors, and they'd done the medicals and stuff. Said, "Are you okay?" I said, "Yes." He said, "But after this fight, basically you took some punches and you're not medically cleared." But I was ready to fight. So yeah, I think they messed up, to be fair, because if I'd have won that fight, this wouldn't be happening. I'd be in there regardless. So yeah, I just think it was a little bit of a mess up, but things happen for a reason.
Okay, so let's start with Phil. Over here, Phil. Yeah. Well, they shot you out of a cannon tonight. How would you rate what this night means in the totality of your MMA career?
Well, just the sheer magnitude of the event was just great to be a part of it. Let alone having 2 wins tonight. I'm just kind of overwhelmed, really. I'm still soaking it in. Was like best case scenario for how it could have gone? I mean, you got a submission and a knockout. Like, this is sort of uncharted territory, right? Yeah, I definitely say that was best case scenario. So yeah.
Tito, just an update on your physical health, and if you have an idea about when you might want to return to the cage.
I'm still trying to lick my wounds a little bit. Can't take nothing away from Liam. He fought the best that I can give. I had a great camp. Everything went perfect. I went out there and I fought my ass off. Guy slick, dude. That reverse triangle. We defended that over and over with Scott. We defended triangles. We defended all the positions. I got away from the arm lock. I mean, I was going to let him break my arm before anything. I was not tapping. I was pulled out and came back down, and those long limbs just latched around me, and I tried to pull my head out and try to pull, and everything goes. He was a better man. As far as me coming back, I'll wait. I'm going to chill for a little bit. I think I'm just going to enjoy this time right now. I missed out on the summer. Missed out on a lot of time with my family. And I'm 40 years old, man. I've been doing this shit for 18 and a half years, a lot longer than I think everybody up here has been doing it. I've been through some major surgeries, back surgery, neck surgeries, knee surgeries. Let my body heal a little bit, let my mind heal a little bit, I still love training, but I want to hang out with my kids, wake up with them every morning, take them to school, be a dad for a little bit, Me and my girl Amber, I think just enjoy life for a little bit, go to the Bisbee with my friend Jay, and go win some fishing tournaments. Gonna enjoy myself, I want to thank Spike, Scott, of course, everybody at Bellator are awesome working with them. I worked with UFC for such a long time. They were like a family a long time ago, and now they turned into complete corporate. Here at Bellator, we're family, and it's awesome to be a part of this family. Kevin, amazing man. I'm very thankful. Scott, what you've done with Bellator, I knew it was possible. When you were signed here, I was like, this sport's going to be saved. Every one of these fighters up here, man, we put on a show tonight. Liam, you're the champ, dude. I fucking passed the torch on to you, dude. You've earned it. You've earned all my respect, and I think you earned millions and millions of respect of all the fans, man.
Thank you, man.
Keep doing what you're doing, dude. You're up there. I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to fight for it, man. You had the best Tito Ortiz, man. That was it.
Thank you.
Like, the hardest part is the camp, man. The fight is the fun part, So for me, I don't know. It could be another year and a half before we actually came back to San Jose. I wanted to make sure that everyone understood that every time I step in this cage, that everyone knows it may be my last, it may not be, but I mean, here in the Bay Area, I want everyone to know that. So every time I'm on the car, that they pack this place out. That's why I wanted to make sure it was very it was very clear to everyone, that this may be the last time you see me if we're not here for 2 years. But now he just said we're gonna be here every 3 times a year. Then you'll see me a lot more.
Well said.
Thanks, boss.
Other questions?
Scott, this is something that happens to fighters a lot, where they just get done with a fight, and then we, the media, are asking them what's the next step. But in terms of the one-night tournament, all's well that ends well. But it was it was a little weird there. I mean, you guys had a situation set up where you had an alternate, but I think people were excited about the way the Mo fight went, the way the Davis fight went. So after seeing how it all went down, does it make you want to do another one-night tournament? Does it give you some hesitancy on it? What did you think of?
Oh, not at all.
how
I
it
mean,
went?
I've seen so many. If you've been in this business for as long as I have, there's been tournaments, for the last 20, 30 years. But I think tournament has a place, but I think that it depends on the athletes. We wouldn't have done this tournament if we didn't think we had four of the greatest 205ers and put them together and make this tournament very unique. So, are we going to run around and do tournaments all the time just to do tournaments? No. But I will tell you this. If we do tournaments, which we will, we're going to continue to do tournaments to answer your question, but. They will be all in one night. I really think that's the way to do it. And to me, King Mo got hurt, but that's part of the tournament, system. And it could have went the other way. Phil could have got hurt, or it's just how the dice roll. So personally, I like him. I think that to have the reserve match there, it creates a safety system for us. But Phil deserved it. He was the better man tonight, and. The rest is in the future.
And for Josh, when you signed with this organization, you said you weren't trying to cut lines. You weren't looking for a quick title shot. Well, you had a good performance tonight. There's a championship fight here at the end of the year. Are you interested in the winner of that? Do you feel like you've earned that and you're in that spot, or are you still kind of saying that you're not trying to hop in there so quickly?
No, Scott and I have a relationship. Not just a friendship, but a fighter, promoter relationship as well, and all that stuff will be talked about at a later date. Like I said, I just wanted to come in here and give a good performance. Honestly, it's been so long since I've fought here, and then just the jitters of being with Bellator, making sure that I had a good performance, that I got the win, was important to me. I have thousands of fans that are here, and it's just I wanted to make sure that sorry.
Showed up late. Who's rushing? My bad.
And then, that was the biggest thing, is I wanted to make sure we had a good performance. As far as his title shots and stuff, I'm not looking to bypass anybody. There's plenty of top-level talent here in the lightweight division. I mean, you've got Chandler, you've got obviously Will Brooks, the champion, Rickles. I mean, these guys, I shouldn't expect us to jump past them, so I'm looking for whatever he decides is I'm up for it, Like I said, I have a relationship with him, and whatever he decides, I know he's got the best interest of the company as well as his fighters at heart.
Scott, we didn't know this, but I guess during the broadcast at some point there was a mention about more liberal 10-8s in the scoring, and I don't know if that's Andy Foster or what exactly it was. And I mean, Josh got a 10-8 in one of those rounds, which, on another show, it kind of surprised me a little bit. Not that he didn't dominate the round, he did, but I was just wondering, I mean, what did you hear about that? Because I guess they must have mentioned on the broadcast that there were going to be more 10-8s on this show, or in the scoring.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything, so I'm surprised by that. But that's something you could take up with Andy Foster on Monday. Yeah, that's what I'd do, Dave.
Question for Liam here. Liam, congrats on your win. Anything surprised you about what happened there? It looked like he had, on the ground, obviously we knew about his wrestling, but he almost had like a gift wrap there. Strength seemed to be sort of, pretty visible. How did you assess what happened there, and what did anything about Tito surprise you?
No, I mean, I knew he was going to shoot him for a takedown. I knew he was going to be strong. He's got that old man strength. He got a good grip on my arm, and I was trying not to panic about it, and I could see his hands, his fist coming towards my face, but I knew I was going to get my arm out. It was just going to be a matter of time. I was waiting for the punches to come in. I had my knee blocking it. That's the handy thing about being so long. I can block a lot of stuff. I can move around a little bit, and I can get out of a lot of danger. Although I'm in danger. But no, I mean he's tough, man. again, when this fight got announced, I was this is Tito Ortiz. You know, he is Tito Ortiz, and I'm not taking anything away from that man. But I mean, I won. It was a good fight, man. I enjoyed that.
Your guard is sort of one of the more regarded ones at light heavyweight. We talked pre-fight about the wrestling. Are you satisfied with your wrestling in this fight?
Well, I got told that I stuffed his first shot, but then it was the second one that he came in on. You know, I mean, I've been working jiu-jitsu for a few years. You know, I've been working for 4 or 5 years. I only started working wrestling for the last 16 weeks. You know, I mean, everyone's been wrestling in America since they were like 2, 3 years old. You know, they get thrown on the mat. They wrestle over here. You know, I mean. All I've got to do is learn, you know. I mean, I know my jiu-jitsu is good. I know my stand-up's good, you know. I mean, once I get my wrestling down, and then they're all in trouble, you know. It's like, but at the end of the day, we go down on the ground on my jiu-jitsu, you know. But I keep working on my wrestling.
I mean, I know it's really early to ask this, but any kind of a time frame for Liam and Phil as far as you know, early next year or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, I think that that's probably a fight they would promote sometime in the first quarter next year, and I think it's going to be a great matchup. It's going to be a good battle.
What about King Mo? Does he get the winner of that fight?
I mean, I don't even really know how long King Mo will be out. He might be out for an extended period of time. So, you know, let's see. Let's evaluate, you know, that time frame, and then we can make some decisions. But, you know, we're going to go back and sit down with the guys in the office and reshuffle the deck and come out with some more great fights for you guys.
We hear from some of the kickboxers on the card. Paul, can you tell us about your night?
Yeah, well, I fought a very tough guy in Fernando Gonzalez. I thought I performed very well. I deserved the win. I thought I was the more versatile fighter, putting punches and kicks together. You know, he has a very hard head, and you know, I kicked it a lot. My shin hurts, so I'm looking forward to a vodka now and just kicking back.
I think you know, he came out really strong that first round, but I honestly believe I won that second and third, and I'm looking forward to having an MMA fight with him. And if Scott can put that together, I'd love to get in there and mix it up again.
How about Carrie? You want to talk about your debut here at Bellator?
Yeah, it was fun to go out there. I had a little bit of the jitters, but you know, and she's so tall and her reach, and she's super tough, Hadley Griffith. So, you know, I was just happy that I could come out with a win and on such like a big stage, and all this media was just a little bit overwhelming for me.
Great.